This man was locked in a secret room, for sides or walls closed. The only main door has been locked with an electromagnetic lock. It can't even be broken with a hammer. It's impossible to get out of here. But this super genius discovered a way to escape. Only saw his toes stepping on, using his hands to push the ceiling up, pulling 2 steel wires out from the inside. Next, he pulled out the keychain on the inside of his clothes, pry open the cover of the socket, and tried to pull out the power cord. Then bend the steel wire, hook the power cable in the wall. Just use the steel wire to poke the hole position to be able to enter the corresponding digit, thereby breaking the password. The perfect secret room was easily broken by him. His name is Angus, a natural science genius, also a super commando. He and 2 other associates have formed a mysterious commando unit, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Nikki, the super hacker, the best information analyst in the industry. Jack, the Special Forces of the Delta, in charge of intelligence and protection. Today they received intelligence, someone selling super weapons. No commando was stupid enough to carry a knife, but he was. This natural genius has always only brought 1 knife out, the weapons are all homemade. As soon as he entered the hall he took off his jacket, disguised himself as a waiter, deliberately knocked over the bald man's champagne, and exchanged his wine glass. After finishing work, he stealthily went to the storage room, blew out the collected cigarette dust, and easily obtained the fingerprints on the cup. That bald guy is the seller, but the safe is guarded. What to do? Angus immediately found a battery, a piece of iron, an electric wire, wrapped the copper wire around the iron to make an inductor. 1 piece of ferromagnet has been made. The magnetic field annoys the security guard, and Angus successfully enters the vault. But what surprised him was that the password of the lock here was not a fingerprint, but a biometric fingerprint. This more advanced-looking fingerprint passcode is absolutely nothing in front of this super genius. Just sprinkle a little plaster powder, use your hand to press through the layer, it will be easy to solve. In the arsenal are not nuclear weapons as expected, but biological weapons even more terrifying. Angus successfully steals, reunites with Jack and Nikki. But a group of buyers targeted them. Nikki is threatened by the enemy, Jack is also knocked unconscious. If they don't hand over their weapons, they will all die. Angus could only compromise. But who would have thought that this guy had absolutely no intention of pardoning them? Nikki was shot dead by 1 shot, Jack was also hit by a bullet, and fell into the river. Angus was so big that he was lucky to be alive, but he couldn't forget Nikki's death forever. Until today, superiors have found him. A prehistoric virus from 30,000 years ago has been unearthed. Once released, the world will become an endless hell. This is a prehistoric virus from 30,000 years ago. 27 research staff unfortunately infected, all died within 10 short minutes. This terrifying prehistoric virus is the biological weapon that was stolen not long ago. Once the virus is released, the world will encounter a great disaster. To find that group of people, Angus sought out a genius hacker from prison. Through Riley's hacking talent, they were able to locate the seller. But waiting for them to chase, Angus was stunned for a moment. He saw Nikki dead again. It turns out that all of this was caused by Nikki. Behind her was an even larger organization. A group of people chased to the airport. The plane was taking off. Angus stormed up despite everything. He was going to use his bare hands to stop the plane. This is crazy. The moment the plane took off, Angus jumped up and grabbed the airframe. The plane then flew into the sky. In midair, Angus pulled out his personal dagger, severing the lines of the takeoff landing gear. The captain checked the plane in trouble, and was forced to return to the airport to land. This guy actually used his bare hands to stop the plane. A few people quickly burst into the cabin, grabbing the treacherous Nikki. Angus suddenly realized that something was wrong. The virus was soon moved away. This is the East and West. There was not much time left for them. Suddenly Angus thought of Nikki's nickname, Bistinger. He immediately knew the location of the virus launch in the blink of an eye. It's right here, San Francisco. Because Bistinger once wrote a poem in memory of the San Francisco earthquake in 1970. They quickly identified their target. The helicopter slowly approached, and Angus jumped into the cabin. The prehistoric virus is here, linked to a bomb. These people want to launch the virus into the air, harming hundreds of thousands of living beings. Angus could only try to defuse the bomb. He is a natural block genius, but not an expert in bomb disposal. Just finished cutting, started the timer. Unable to defuse the bomb, Angus can only use pins to remove the virus. But the car speed was too fast, jumping from the car to the tank is likely to break. With the last 30 seconds left, Angus was forced to use his ultimate. He cut the canvas on the roof of the car, tied a rope, and made a rudimentary parachute. The moment the person flew out, the truck exploded. These commandos have saved hundreds of thousands of lives. Riley was released from prison to replace Nikki, officially joining them. This mystical commando division has got a new name, Phoenix. Who would have thought that the new team had just formed, the danger had come. On the way to escort Nikki suddenly disappeared. Not long after, the assassin ranked 4th in the rankings appeared. He is the 4th-class assassin in the ranking, has continuously caused many murder cases, never missed a hand. No one knows his name, nor does anyone know his appearance. He only has one number, 218. FBI received intelligence. 218 is about to carry out a new murder mission, but they do not know who the employer is, nor do they know who the target of the murder is. This task was of course assigned to the Phoenix Squad. According to the intelligence provided by the FBI, the squad tracked down this high-class assassin. This was the best chance to catch 218, but unfortunately still let him run away. The scene left only one photo of the target character. The target to be assassinated was not someone else, but the key Angus in the Phoenix Squad. Angus had guessed the identity of the employer, the traitor Nikki. The higher-ups sent everyone to investigate, trying to protect Angus. But his superiors still underestimated Angus. In the blink of an eye, Angus had broken the secret chamber. Unfortunately, he is still one step behind. 218 has set up a trap. Apart from Angus, the entire team has fallen into the enemy's trap. 3 remote-controlled sniper rifles are aiming at them one after another. Just moving will kill them. The opponent gives Angus 10 minutes. If you don't appear, all 3 members of the squad will lose their lives. In order to save his comrades, Angus must take the initiative to appear. The opponent also revealed his true face. Seeing the enemy, Angus immediately swung his dagger, borrowing the haze for cover. Angus quickly hid. The game of cat and mouse began here. Angus didn't stop running, quickly got into a broken car, and pulled out the radio in the car. The opponent shouted loudly, gradually losing patience. He began to threaten the life of the platoon. Angus could only keep running, trying to stop the enemy, trying to save his comrades. He could only take advantage of every second. The remote-controlled sniper rifle looks perfect, but has a fatal flaw. When the remote control device loses its effect, it will become a pile of scrap metal. As long as the power of other inverter modulation is larger, it is possible to drown out the signal of the remote control device. After losing the ability to control the remote, the red dot disappeared in the blink of an eye. The 3-man platoon was saved. At the same time, 218 raised the standard Angus shotgun. When he was smug, 3 remote-controlled sniper rifles suddenly changed direction, aiming the barrel at him. There are high-class hackers like Riley, who can control a remote-controlled sniper rifle in just a few minutes. This class of assassins was scared in the blink of an eye. He had never missed a hand, but he failed completely this time. This scholarly genius once again uses natural knowledge to eradicate evil and save the world. And the story of him and the Phoenix Squad has just begun.